fellow American citizens, fellow San Diegoans. My name is Leslie Williams, and I'm in San Diego, California. I'm learning disabled, but I'm a smart woman. I know how to take care of myself in every way, shape, and form. I know how to balance a checkbook. I know how to pay rent on time. I know how to make sure that my budget sticks within my grocery bill. And I'm here to tell you today some personal notes about who I am. You know, as a result of being a target of what is known as organized gang stalking, electronic harassment, remote neural monitoring, remote neural influencing, and remote neural stimulating, psychotronics, and all of the other types of capabilities that are perpetrated towards me on a daily basis along my routes, I'm subjected to what is known as organized gang stalking sensitization tactics along all of my routes, and even by the business community. And these types of expeditions are tailored to be hard to prove, which is literally their goal, okay? And to call the target crazy as a result of what they know as far as the truth of the matter is, and in order to be able to label the target as crazy, so when they can provoke a target to act out, they then blame the target on the incident and will either jail the target, institutionalize the target, or set the target up in a syndicated run group home for criminal aspirations, which are directly behind the motivations of why the expedition was started to begin with. But these expeditions are also used for other criminal aspirations that are multifaceted, intrinsic, prevalent, exacting, and methodical. And they are literally being used on multiple types of stages on theaters in order to be able to achieve multiple ends and multiple means. But this particular video is being made to help you understand a little bit about me. I do not do drugs. I can look you straight in the face and tell you today, fellow American citizens, that I do not do drugs. I do not drink. I do not sleep around. I do not steal. And by no means am I crazy in any way, shape, or form. I'm not delusional. I'm not paranoid schizophrenic. I'm not schizophrenic. I'm not bipolar. I'm not schizoaffective. But these are the types of labels that the individuals who are infested within our system that are directly connected to these organized gang stalking expeditions will put on a target in order to discredit the target, in order to discredit the truth that the target is telling. It's how they discredit the truth teller by discrediting, it's how they discredit the truth that the target is telling. And so, who am I? Well, as a result of being a target of this expedition openly now for 10 years, I've been literally a target of this crime at least since I was 17, at least. And I've come to understand about really who I am as a person, where I came from, where my family came from, and what they were involved in, and how they were actually connected to these organized stalking expeditions all along, and I didn't know it because I didn't talk to my parents for over 20 years due to abuse. But getting back to the main theme of the reason why I'm making this video is I want you to understand something about me. As a result of going through this, when you're a target of these crimes, you're deliberately isolated by the manager and director of these expeditions purposely. And that is done for so the expedition can be done towards a target without any outside awareness as the crimes are being perpetrated towards a target, and for sensory deprivation. Now, what we have to understand here is that as a result of me being isolated in these campaigns, which I am, every single time that I have tried to make a friend over the past 10 years, it has been that initial approach to any person that I've ever tried to approach and get involved in any kind of conversation. As a result of being monitored, the perpetrator who is managing and directing and hosting this expedition towards me literally sees who I'm talking to, because it's directly connected to organized stalking, okay? As a result, they'll approach that person after that person leaves my physical proximity and will engage in what is known as organized gang stalking slander to get that person to at least never talk to me again. And a huge majority of these types of incidences have literally have been brought about to where they literally not only will approach the person and address them with slander concerning a target, but they'll also end up using that same person to engage in gang stalking towards the target the next time they see him. I suggest thoroughly that you go to YouTube and type in listen to a stranger to get an idea how easy it is for somebody with a fake badge to influence individuals, innocent individuals in a community, to believe a lie. Now, As a result of this expedition and the isolation from it, I have developed an extremely close relationship with my Heavenly Father, which is basically the only real and the most meaningful, powerful thing that can actually even happen to a person in their lifetime. Because at the end of the day, throughout this whole expedition, what I've learned about me and my life is actually the most important thing that a person can actually even literally realize about their life, and that is their relationship with God. You know, the average Christian nowadays is so distracted with their life and their family and bills and work and relaxation time, which are all things that human beings obviously have to attend to. They don't really have the amount of time to be to get and stay connected with their relationship that they have with their personal God. And truthfully, that's the norm nowadays. It's unfortunate, but that is the norm. It seems like nowadays, the Ten Commandments and every other Christian thing that has to do with the Christian faith has been taken out of our schools. But you know, getting back to my relationship with God, it's the reason why we were born, is to literally choose between good and evil, to have the proper intention relationship that we were meant to have with God, is the reason why we were born to begin with, before Adam and Eve engaged in what is known as the original sin. And that's why Jesus Christ was born, to bridge that gap between mankind and God that was interrupted as a result of the original sin. Now, if you don't believe in God, or if you're not a Christian, I don't expect you to listen to this, and it's okay, you know, and I don't want you to think I'm a religious fanatic or nothing. I'm not. I've come to an age where I'm 48, and I've realized what is most important in life, and that is our relationship with God, and living our life in a Christian, prudent way, and by observing the dictates and precepts and testimony that is in the Bible. Love thy neighbor as much as you love yourself. Love your God with all your might, strength, wisdom, and soul. Okay? Because that's the reason why you were created to begin with, is to have this relationship with God. Okay? For God to love you and for you to love God back. That's what the Jewish star on the Israeli flag is all about. The triangle is where God is the downward triangle and you're the upward triangle, and the connection of both of them are your relationship, his relationship to you and your relationship to him. And then Jesus Christ was born to bridge the gap between God and us as a result of sin. And that beautiful sacrifice and that life was given to us in order to be able to restore our relationship with God, so that those two triangles can meet once again. And I try my best every day, as a result of living through this, to live in the commands that my Heavenly Father dictates for me to align myself to. The Ten Commandments, the testimony of Christ, the testimony of the apostles, and the other wisdom that is dictated within the Bible, so I can live my life in a way that honors my Heavenly Father. You know, I'm a good woman. The most I do is swear on occasion, and I shouldn't even be doing that. I do get angry sometimes because of what's happening towards me. I do get angry because I see how it's happening towards my other targets. I get angry because I'm powerless over helping them and over helping myself, because it's organized crime within the system that is doing this to me. And I get angry because of the powerlessness, because of the extreme criminal motivations and aspirations that are attached to these organized gang stalking expeditions. You know, I'm just a person. I'm just an average person. I don't have the money to advocate. I don't have the powerful connections in the community to advocate and expose these crimes. And so therefore, I can only do what I can do, make these videos. But I'm here today to tell you, fellow American citizens, is that one thing that I have learned throughout this whole expedition is that the most important thing that you can ever have in your lifetime is the right relationship with God. To love your God and be obedient to him, and he will love and protect you back. And, you know, I want you to know, as a result of this massacre that happened in Colorado, that had nothing to do with God. God didn't abandon those victims. That was mankind and the evilness that permeates within our society, that has turned its back on God and the Ten Commandments and the testimony that is in the Bible, like love your neighbor. If every person got up every day and decided to do good, we wouldn't have the crime and the evil and the wickedness and the rapes and the murders and the drug use and everything in our community that we have today. But we don't. Instead, we have cults. We have religion thrown out of our schools. The entertainment industry is infested with just sickening images, everything from prostitution to advocating for violence, and these are the things that we're being indoctrinated, and it's what we witness on a daily basis. So I'm here today to tell you that I am trying my very best to stay aligned with my faith and the dictates in the Christian Bible of how I'm supposed to be living my life, even under the most extreme manipulation that a human being can go through. Remote neural monitoring, remote neural influencing, and remote neural stimulating, electronic harassment. I experienced organized gang stalking along all of my routes through clever and overt sensitization tactics, even by the business community. The San Diego police are directly involved in these crimes towards me, and the San Diego District Attorney's Office will be used to eventually contain me. But I tell you today that I am supposed to love my Heavenly Father with all my might, soul, mind, finances, and everything, because I'm a Christian. That means that my life is no longer my own. My life is literally my Heavenly Father's life, and everything I do is supposed to glorify Him and honor Him. And that's why I make these videos, which literally risk my life in doing so because of what I'm exposing. But my life is no longer my own. It's Christ. I feel compelled to literally expose what I expose. I do it humbly and I do it gratefully. And what I mean by gratefully is that there are thousands of other Americans right now that are experiencing this that do not have the money to buy a video camera to make these videos, who are being exploited and nearly enslaved in the most inhumane ways that a mind can imagine. So who am I? I'm somebody with Social Security disability that has it right now. It hasn't been taken away by them yet. And since I have the financial means to buy a video camera and make videos to expose what's happening to my fellow brothers and sisters, because I am a Christian, love thy neighbor just like you love yourself. It's my duty as a Christian to expose evilness. I just don't know what else to say except for please investigate remote neural monitoring, organized gang stalking, electronic harassment. And I want you to understand something right now. I'm not a violent person in any way, shape, or form, but the government will set me up to make me either look crazy, they'll make me look like some type of social deviant, or they'll make me look like I'm a violent person, or either a threat to myself or others, in order to contain me, so I stop exposing what I know. Please look at the MTS Assault YouTube channel, and my name is Leslie Williams. I'm a target of organized gang stalking in San Diego, California, and I make these videos because it's my duty as a Christian to expose the criminality that's happening towards me and thousands of Americans right now in real time. And if you don't mind, you could maybe say a prayer for me in my name. Thank you.